everyone. I'm Craig Knight, co-founder and CEO of Hyzon Motors, a leading global supplier of zero-emission, hydrogen-powered heavy vehicles. We're excited to host you virtually at our facility in Groningen, the Netherlands, for our first Hydrogen Now event. Today, you'll get a chance to meet some of our best and brightest, go under the hood of one of our delivery-ready trucks for a glimpse at our fuel cell stack, or the engine if you'd like, and you'll take a ride in the cab through the Groningen area. Today's demonstration will show what all of us at Hyzon firmly believe. The global hydrogen revolution for commercial vehicles is now and already underway, and that Hyzon is at the vanguard. Hydrogen as a fuel for commercial transport is a reality today, not a decade from now. The Groningen facility is already assembling Hyzon commercial vehicles for delivery this year, and our first Hyzon branded heavy duty or Class 8 truck will hit the roads in Europe in the next few months. We've already announced key partners and customers are taking orders for deliveries of Hyzon branded trucks worldwide, and by year end expect Hyzon branded and jointly branded commercial vehicles to be on the road on 3 different continents. All of this didn't happen overnight. Our fuel cell technology has been developed and commercialized at the parent company level for over 17 years and has been deployed in over 500 commercial vehicles, mostly in Asia. We consider all that experience was gained on the first wave of hydrogen adoption in mobility, which occurred in Asia. Last year, we established Hyzon as a new company based in the US under the parent company to apply that core technology downstream in heavy mobility applications and to pursue the vast global commercial transport market. In support of that, we've announced plans to go public through a business combination with Decarbonisation Plus Acquisition Corp, trading with the ticker DCRB, to provide the necessary capital to support those global growth ambitions. The interest and uptake for our vehicles globally really has us all excited. The mandate for governments, companies, and society to decarbonise is providing a steady tailwind for adoption and use of hydrogen to help eliminate emissions in hard-to-abate sectors like commercial transport. As an example, we've advanced our relationship with Hiringa Energy of New Zealand. We are working with Hiringa to deploy up to 1,500 fuel cell-powered heavy trucks to fleet operators in New Zealand by 2026. The first steps in fulfilling that vision are underway, with the first 20 trucks expected to ship within the next 12 months. Those vehicles are being built in Groningen as well. And in Australia, we'll deliver hydrogen-powered buses to a leading iron ore miner this year. So while Europe, Australia, and New Zealand are moving quickly on this second wave of hydrogen adoption, we really see North America moving as part of a third wave that's picking up steam, and we hope to accelerate this transition to hydrogen. That said, our company is based in Rochester, New York, home to 2 facilities which will manufacture fuel cells, test fuel cells, and integrate systems, and do prototype vehicle engineering and integration. We're also setting up a new facility in Chicago. That will be the largest fuel cell material production facility in the US, we believe, where we'll manufacture MEAs, the critical core material for fuel cells. At full capacity, our Chicago facility is designed to produce enough MEAs to cover the production needs for up to 12,000 hydrogen fuel cell powered trucks annually. In the US, we plan to have Class 8 demonstration trucks deployed to some eager fleet operators toward the end of this year. Now, enough about Hyzon and our story. We know why you're all here, to see the truck, not to listen to me. So I'll get out of the way and turn it over to the team to take it from here. Team, take us for a ride.
Good afternoon. Before we start driving with this truck, we will first show you what's inside and what difference compared to a diesel truck. If you look at the outside, it looks like a normal truck, but the first thing that stands out are the storage tanks. This truck is carrying 20 kilograms of hydrogen with it, 5 kilograms in each tank, stored on 350 bars. If you look further into the truck, we find the fuel cell, where the actually transition takes place from hydrogen to electric power. Electric power is then further converted to the DC-DC converter, which goes to the motor, which is in the back, connected to the gearbox. Also, adjoining components like compressor to let the airflow into the fuel cell, and the exhaust pipe, which is on the other side, will only show there's water that comes out. Also, besides the fuel cell, this truck needs a battery pack. Battery pack can be found on this side and on the other side of the truck. Every once in a while, we need to charge the batteries via this connector to a normal 380 three-phase socket. Further, the auxiliary equipment is also powered by our fuel cell by means of DC-DC converters, and the different power is transitioned to different elements on the truck. Of course, this truck complies to all European safety regulations, and the same goes for safety regulations all over the globe. For now, this is all we have to tell with the truck standing still. We're now going to step into the truck and start driving.
The world is always moving quicker. Challenges surface earlier and require solutions which are faster, more efficient, and have greater impact. As the decarbonization of our planet starts to accelerate, hydrogen is emerging as the real, true green solution for high-utilization commercial transport. At Hyzon, we're a hydrogen mobility and clean energy company, accelerating the energy transition. A spin-off from our parent company, Horizon Fuel Cell Technologies, we've been building the foundations of zero-emission mobility since 2003, brick by brick, to help solve the world's carbon challenges. Our fuel cells are the most powerful in the world, able to power some of the heaviest and largest vehicles on land, sea, and air, with the only byproduct being water. We're a global business with vehicles already on the road, global operations and reach, working wherever clean energy markets are growing in the USA, Europe, Asia, and Australia. Our mission was always to think big and start small. And over almost 2 decades, we've been quietly and steadily delivering our zero carbon, zero emissions, highest power density hydrogen fuel cells with patience, persistence, and passion. From the smallest fuel cell car to the largest road vehicles, we've been providing energy solutions with zero emissions around the world for almost 20 years. As the world moves quicker, join us in accelerating the energy transition. Hyzon Motors.
Yeah, hello. Yeah. Okay. So, Carl, let's start driving.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna the gear.
All safe from this side.
Yes. Okay.
There we go.
Let's drive.
So, first thing that occurs now that we are accelerating in the truck and there is no noise. And also we can see, you can probably see from the outside by moving that we are actually driving, and it's going very, very smooth. There's actually no sound to hear except from Carl breathing and when he will turn on the indicator later. Also, the truck is accelerating from standstill to the current speed we are driving very, very smoothly. No hiccups, no weak points on the go. Simply going very smooth. Now we're taking the corner, so I have to hold on.
De laptop in de gaten dat hij wegvalt.
So, Carl, what's the biggest difference between this one and a diesel truck, from your point of view?
Of course, there's no any sounds. Yeah, it's very quiet. You know, only the rumors of the cabin, of the wind and the wheel. and it's easy to ride. It's
yeah, fully understandable.
I was on the big road.
Yeah. There we go. And the thing that's to be noticed now that Carl turned on the indicator to take a left-hand turn.
Yeah.
And the indicator is very noisy. That's something that sticks out in these kind of trucks compared to the conventional diesel ones. Also, again, acceleration is very, very smooth, and the speed that is desired, in this case 50 kilometers an hour, is reached within an instant. Also, the wind noise is very clearly to be heard.
You must know it is very windy in the Netherlands now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are now driving up to the highway. We cross a bit shortly. As you can see, it is indeed very windy, but luckily, because we are living in Holland, but it's dry. And again, it's very, very quiet in the truck. No need to shift gears, no need to do anything manually, just you step on the pedal to reach your speed.
Yeah.
You release the pedal and to brake.
And everything is the same like a diesel truck in the inside. So it's nothing is changing.
No.
So this your normal key for starting up, and you can directly drive away. So you don't have to wait of something. This starting and go.
Yeah, it's very, very smooth. So actually what you say, me and Carl, everybody that has a truck license can drive a hydrogen powered truck.
Absolutely.
Good to know, good to know. Of course, when we supply a truck to our customers, we will give them a driver training to teach them the specifics and also to teach them to how to drive as economic as possible. This, by the way, is not a normal truck. This is a whale tanker. So besides that this is a truck that normally drives, there's also heavy equipment on the back that is used for sewer cleaning. The sewer cleaning in itself carries a lot of water to be able to flush the sewers, and also that's all powered by the hydrogen fuel stack. We're now approaching the highway. We're taking a right-hand turn.
Yeah. If you have other options like PTO, no problem. We have PTO direct takeoff of the DC powers, or like hydraulics. There's no excuse. Everything is possible.
Yeah. So there we go.
Okay, we come up to the hill. I hope the camera behind us can film us, but
now we're slowly approaching the highway, and we'll soon join the highway on the left-hand side. By the way, this is a right-hand side driven truck, but that's due to the application of the truck. Normally here in Holland we drive a left-hand drive truck, but that's a minor detail. So in an instant, Carl is driving now 80 kilometers an hour, and again there are no vibrations, nothing at all noticeable in the cab. We even can speak on normal sound level. We don't need to shout to each other because there's no noise. In this truck, the existing gearbox is still in, so a lot of parts for also mechanics and engineers that need to service the truck still look similar, like it would be a diesel truck. The only thing different is that we have removed the diesel engine and installed an electric driveline with a high hydrogen fuel cell. Again, we are lucky today to have sunny weather, so everybody can clearly see how this truck is operated and driven by Carl.
Should we pass the camera away?
I think that's a good idea. Yeah, it's all safe on the left-hand side.
Okay.
So there we go. There's some nice art on the highway as well. And there is indeed police. So we go. So Carl, is there anything added to the truck that shows the driver that this is a hydrogen truck? I think it's only the small display that we mount inside the truck that have some additional information on the status of the fuel cell, the status of how many hydrogen is still available, like you would normally see in your diesel tank. Everything is also indicated on the normal dashboard with the normal gauges and indicators. So except from the noise, you wouldn't know the difference between driving this one or the diesel one. How fast are you now driving, Carl?
85 kilometers per hour. So
driving 85 kilometers an hour.
What's licensed is in the Netherlands now.
Yeah, the official maximum speed in Holland is 80 kilometers an hour for trucks. We added a few kilometers onto it so we can go with the flow. And again, it's very windy. Perhaps you can hear also the wind via this live stream. Other than that, it's quiet, and I hope that Carl shut off the lane assist, because that last time it was very noisy. So Carl, you're driving with a smile on your face.
Yes.
How come?
It's because it's very nice to drive. It is quiet. I can enjoy it. It's very nice to drive it like a truck on hydrogen. So I'm driving now on the sun because the water is the hydrogen is made from water by the sun. So yeah.
This is the lane warning departure system, which make you scary because it's also loud standing out against the silence of the truck. We're now leaving the highway again to do some country roads. Also show how smooth this truck can be driven also on smaller roads. We're passing by the canal with a small boat that's coming towards us.
Yeah.
And again, we are located now in the north of Holland, in the province of Groningen, where also we are now building and finalizing our production line factory, where the first trucks will be produced in very short notice. Car is going very smoothly, passing by traffic. Now we're taking a left-hand turn and we go back on the highway.
You want to on the highway?
Or the road past it. You're the driver, Carl. You decide. I'm only passenger.
Then I go here, right.
Go straight onto the smaller roads. Yeah.
He's accelerating very fast.
Yeah. And again, it's very smooth. You don't even notice you're driving on a higher speed. So, Carl, are you more or less the intelligent and the developed founding father on this technology?
Yeah. This is my product. I have designed it with Max Holthausen from the beginning. So it's about a lot of works, but it's very nice to drive now because everything is working and everything is working perfectly now. It's licensed, so it's perfect.
Yeah, I can imagine it was a long road before you did the first small trials and to this vehicle that's now fully approved.
Absolutely.
And approved and ready to be put into service by the customer. If I would have to describe the sound I'm hearing now when we are braking and accelerating slowly, it's a very soft whining sound of the huge electromotor that's inside. And besides that noise, you hear very softly some cooling fans, which are needed to cool the hydrogen system. Other than that, it's complete silence. There's some roadworks here, so we have to wait for the car that comes onto us. And there we go again. Each time Carl presses the accelerator, he starts smiling. And actually, that's a beautiful sight to see.
least I won't pass the car, the camera car.
Probably.
So maybe.
Oh, Carl, that's an angry customer.
Yeah.
So right side it's closed.
So we let past this, and
Yeah.
I hope that they understand me, so he can pass.
Oh, we don't settle anything.
Kan niet ons passeren?
She's waiting.
En dan moet ik doorrijden.
So Carl, what are the next plans now? Now this truck is finished. This is ready to go to the customer.
This is ready to go to the customer. Yes, of course. The next plan is to make we have for the new C trucks. So that's the big ones and the heavy ones with extra storage tanks. So up to 50 kilos hydrogen. And a range of 680 kilometers. So that's the new project what we're going to start to build and designing now. Everything is almost ready to place it.
So these trucks can be built by wishes of the customer. If the customer desires a long range, we add more storage tanks of hydrogen onto the vehicles. Customer can also choose for less storage space but more place to have the application body built on. We are very flexible in designing and offering different kind of trucks to our customers, and it can go from small box vans, box trucks, to the heavy duty pullers that can pull in a total vehicle weight or total combination weight of 70 tons plus. So actually there are no limitations in what the customer can select, and there's also, as Carl mentioned quite very nicely, actually there's no excuse not to buy or not to develop or not to purchase your own hydrogen truck. Again, we are now driving, and this is Carl's hometown, home surroundings, so he knows every road here by heart.
I hope. Yes. There's a lot of traffic today.
It's busy. It's a busy day today. That might also have to do because it's election day in Holland, but that's a minor detail.
Normally it's very quiet.
This is usually a sub road. This is very quiet. So Carl, what's the average consumption of this truck if you calculate kilometers to kilograms of hydrogen?
So he consumed about 80 kilometers each 5 kg of hydrogen.
Yeah.
But it is also a PTO truck, so he uses a lot more for the PTO.
This can really be named as a heavy duty truck.
Yeah, normally you use less hydrogen, but because if you want to the straatcode can.
If this one is into duty to do the real sewer cleaning, it uses more hydrogen, of course, because that's a process that needs power.
Extra. Yeah.
If you would just have a normal transport truck or distribution truck, the consumption varies between 6 to 8 kilograms of hydrogen per 100 kilometers. That's about it. You never know what happens on the road. Like we did the test trials yesterday, this road was open and no works were done.
Today.
And now it's all road works. But yeah, that's life. That's also when you do a real life and drive. I hope everybody enjoys the view and enjoys the ride.
So we hebben de snelweg op gaan?
Let's have a small track on the highway again. First take a roundabout. And there we go again. Carefully, a big turn onto the highway. So Carl, all these trucks available from when? From today, or do we have customers have to wait? Or what's the exact
we
procedure?
have very short delivery times. Yeah, of course the first ones are the delivery time about 3 months, I think. But then they're starting up very fast.
Ja.
Voor mij zijn we niet meer online, of wel?
Nee.
Max, Carl, Andre, Marlene, and others that made this happen. Thank you very much. And for those of you who've joined us today, we're grateful for your time and appreciate your interest in Hyzon. We firmly believe the global hydrogen revolution is now and already underway, not a decade from now. And today's virtual visit to the Netherlands hopefully provides some insight into why we believe that to be true. Hyzon is a first mover in hydrogen heavy vehicles globally. We are a market leader, and it didn't happen overnight. We've started small while thinking big, and we have built this brick by brick over our careers. We're excited about the future. Vehicles on 3 continents this year, Hyzon branded heavy duty trucks in Europe this year, and uptake from customers and partners across Europe, Australia, and New Zealand. Our purpose is to help accelerate the energy transition. We take that role seriously, and we're doing our part by helping to eliminate emissions in heavy transport, a very significant contributor to global emissions. Again, thank you for joining us today. Continue to follow us, and for registered members of the media, we look forward to connecting with you on our Zoom call in a moment. Take care all.